Hello, everyone. Welcome to Good Morning Tarot. Now, this is a general reading and it is open to all zodiac signs, so just take what resonates with you. It is also timeless, so anytime you find yourself watching this video, that's the best time for you to see it. Let us now try to see what is the main energy at the beginning of this day. Okay, we have here the Seven of Pentacles. Whatever it is you are working at right now, you need to take a pause and evaluate things. So, for example, if you're working on something and your gut feeling tells you, wait, you need to make some adjustments. Okay, sometimes something catches your attention and then you says, okay, something is wrong. Okay, or something needs. It's like your gut feeling is telling you, take a pause for a while and we examine the situation. So if right now your gut feeling is telling you to take a pause, then listen, because somehow the card is also saying that. You see here, this gardener, his garden is blooming now, but he is taking a pause in between his gardening because somehow his gut feeling is saying him something. So even if things by all exterior purposes seems to be okay, if your gut feeling tells you take a pause and re-examine it a little bit closer, then take a pause and re-examine it. Because sometimes, like for example, if you have the hobby of gardening, if for example your plant seems to be healthy right now, everything can change immediately. Like for example, if suddenly it become infested with caterpillars, today the plant looks healthy and then the next day you will realize, oh, what's happening in the leaves? They start to have holes. Okay, if you look closely, you will realize there are tiny caterpillars that are eating the leaves. So sometimes if you listen to your gut feeling, you are able to nip the little problems at the bud before they become worse. So if you have a project that you are working on right now, listen to your gut feeling, be receptive. If your gut feeling is telling you to take a pause and look closer, listen to your gut feeling and look at it closer, because sometimes the universe is sending us messages, because the universe can see things before we can notice them. When we listen to our gut feeling and we allow the spirit to guide us, we are often able to avoid unnecessary pitfalls along the way. The universe usually guides us and taps us so that we can avoid certain problems that might come along the way. So when we are docile to the touches of the spirit, when we are receptive to the universe and we listen to our intuition, to our gut feeling, oftentimes we not only avoid certain pitfalls, but at the same time also we are able to sometimes gain more than we expected. So if you feel that the universe is guiding you to a certain direction, follow. Just try. Allow the universe to lead you to better waters. Allow the universe to surprise you. So even if things seems to be okay, if your gut feeling is encouraging you to pause and take a closer look, do so. If you listen to your intuition, you might be surprised and you might gain more than what you already have. So if this gardener would listen to his gut feeling, who knows, this 7 pentacles might become 14 in a very short time. So this is one insight that we can get from this card. Now let us try to see how this will unfold in the near future. Okay, you see here the Queen of Wands is somebody who's highly intuitive and someone who is on fire. And the source of her fire is her being in touch with the universe. So here somehow the 7 of Pentacles shows a person who is listening to his gut feeling maybe, or to the universe. He's listening to his heart, to his inner self. The Queen is somebody who's made it already sort of like a spirituality or a way of living, of listening to her inner world. So you see here, The queen is accompanied by a cat, the black cat. The black cat can symbolize our spirit guides. And the spirit guides is somehow like, for her, it's like she, the cat is like physically present. It's like the spirit guide is so concrete in her life that it's as if the spirit guides are physically present in her life. So she is constantly guided. She is also like a sunflower. You see here a lot of sunflowers. The sunflower always is sensitive to where the sun is. So she always follows, the sunflower always follows the sun from the sunrise to the sunset. You will see the sunflower following that where the sun is passing through. So in a certain sense, she is also very much aware of the presence of the divine. And it is no longer an effort for her. It's part of her daily life. So intuitively, living intuitively and being receptive to the universe is already a part of her life. So I feel if you would start to listen to your gut feeling, especially with regards to making decisions in your life, in your work, in your relationships, sooner or later, it will become sort of like a way of living, that it becomes natural for you. And when when your intuition is already a big part of you, you are no longer afraid to be who you are. Just as the Queen of Wands, you see her, she's not afraid to be different. And she is on fire. When you are in touch with the universe, with the divine, you are a person who is on fire, and you will set the world ablaze. Now, what is the advice of the universe for you? Well, celebrate the present moment, okay? Enjoy friendships. Maybe this is another thing of looking into the details. Enjoying moments with the people you work with. Enjoying moments with the people you journey with. Looking at the smaller details. Sometimes also, whether it be in the workplace, in friendship, and in relationship, we need to be receptive, not only to the universe, but also to the feelings of people. Because sometimes when we have this relationship, just like in the Seven of Pentacles, everything seems to be blooming. Like in the relationship, everything seems to be okay. Now, sometimes the danger is because by all exterior purposes, everything seems to be okay in our friendships or in our relationships. Sometimes we have the temptation to take things for granted. And so sometimes if we are gentle to people, if we are caring to them, because they are caring and gentle to us also, sometimes we take them for granted. And so sometimes familiarity breeds contempt, or familiarity makes us less charitable to the people who care for us, when actually we should be caring and loving to these people, because these people are our home. These people are our sanctuary. With them, when we are with them, we can be ourselves. Just like the Queen of Wands, she's not afraid to be herself. When we are with people who are close to us, we can be like the Queen of Wands among them. We are not afraid to commit mistakes. We are not afraid to laugh at ourselves, because we know that we are accepted and we are loved. And so there is a need for us to cherish them, to celebrate life with them, to listen to their emotions. Because sometimes, because they care for us, sometimes they will not sometimes honestly tell us what they feel. They will sometimes give sacrifices in order to make us happy. If we are sensitive to those unspoken messages from people we love, then we are able to deal with them with kindness, with love, and with gentleness. And the deeper the relationship becomes, and the more we celebrate life. So being receptive to the unspoken messages is also being very, very important. It allows us to be grateful, that's another thing, to always be thankful when we receive good things from the people, especially from people who love us. Let us not forget to say thank you. It's a simple phrase, but it really means a lot to people who love us and people we love. At the same time, little sweet nothings, little expressions of love can be a simple note that you give to a person, or a simple act of kindness for people whom we love, especially when such acts have a special message. You know how it is, we have little rituals or little secrets, little messages that we have with people that we love. When we give it to them as often as we can, oftentimes even if it's sort of like a little secret between close people, it means a lot. It's like an oil that makes the engine of the relationship move more smoothly. So I feel this is the important thing right now, being receptive to the people we love, being receptive to the universe, being receptive to the situation, especially when things seems to be okay. Things seems to be going well, and then suddenly you have that gut feeling. Wait, take a pause. Listen to that. Okay, so this is what we have for our tarot reading. Let us now go to our self-care tip. For our self-care tip, today's card has this message. A little smidge of manners goes a long way, each day and every day. Saying thank you, holding doors, Venmoing right away instead of waiting for the awkward request no one wants to have to send. So, somehow it's very much related to our card for today, because our tarot reading for today, very much related to our tarot reading for today, because somehow the message of the tarot reading is being sensitive to the unspoken messages, being sensitive to our gut feeling, and also celebrating friendships, celebrating relationships, and trying to enrich it with little things, little acts of kindness, little acts of gratitude, little acts of caring. It reminds me, in the Philippines, every summertime, people have these special delicacies that you can easily avail of in the streets or in the little stores along the streets. They call it halo-halo. And halo-halo, literally translated into English, is mix. Okay, mixed. So it's a mix of tiny fruit delicacies, tiny bits and pieces of fruits and sweets. Sometimes they mix it with crushed ice together with milk, and sometimes together even with leche flan or ice cream. In Italy, they also have this gelato, where when you go to the gelateria or the stores where they sell these ice creams, they give you the option of mixing different flavors together. And it's the same with the person. These little treats usually are very refreshing, and these little treats really makes the heart feel happy, because like for example the halo-halo and the gelato and whatever the other countries would have, these little bits of pieces of good things, they make us happy, makes us become like children again, and they become very attractive because it's a lot of good things put in together. And it's the same with us as a person. If we have a lot of beautiful good things like that thankful spirituality, a person who is able to appreciate, honestly appreciate the good things that they receive from people, and they are able to say honestly thank you. They express their gratitude in a very honest way, deep-hearted gratitude, and at the same time they are able to be gentle with dealing with people. They deal with people with kindness, with respect. These little things, little gestures of love and care and respect on people. When you are able to give those little sweet messages, little acts of kindness, little acts of gratitude, little things, no? Little things put together in a person makes that person a person people like to be with. They find this person interesting. They find joy in being with this person, because when they are with this person, they can all laugh. They can feel like a child again. The childlike quality of having all these little good things put together in one person makes a person very attractive. You draw Because you are full of little positive energies, you draw people towards you because they know that they benefit from your positiveness. So in a certain sense, somehow this card invites us to be like that, to be a bundle full of little beautiful things. Gentleness, integrity, kindness, thoughtfulness, gratefulness, little things put together into your person makes you a beautiful sanctuary for people, especially those who need a short respite from the challenges that the world gives us. So, yeah, so the invitation for us is to be a bundle of little beautiful things. Well, that's it for our Good Morning Tarot. I hope that it has been fruitful for you. Thank you for the likes and comments you've given to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. I hope to see you again soon. Until that time, may God continue to bless your ways.